Samanta Chakravalesu Atra Gaccantu Devata Saddammang Munirajassa Sunantu Sagga Mokkadam Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Badanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Badanta Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Badanta Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Dear Most Venerable Katapunyo and other resident monk of this great society and dear members of this society, let me begin today my Dhamma Talk. I have been working with your great advisor, Most Venerable Katapunyo, since long time. Whenever I used to visit America, of course, I never forget to visit him, his beautiful place. That is why, as I associated with him long period, of course, I experience him, I recognize him as a great compassionate monk, and also he accumulated, he collected all the qualities what definitely must have the monks from Buddhist teaching, Buddha's life. That is why he maintained, he developed great qualities within his life, within him, based on the Buddha's teaching, so that of course he is capable of guide you in a very proper track or very proper path based on the Buddha's teaching. That is why it could be the another reason became you very lucky devotees. Okay, just before you assemble here, we were taking our drinks behind. While we are having our coffee or other drinks, we discussed Bhante asked, while we are discussing at the moment, Bhante asked Venerable, what topic today are going to talk? Did you decide any topic? Very friendly manner, I told him, Venerable Sirs, Of course, so far I haven't decided on what topic I am going to talk. Then he smiled, he never comment on my reply, so that he permitted me, your great master, Venerable Sir Katapunyo, comment me or pave the way. Okay, better you talk, better you speak, depend on your will, your act. That is why I am free to select any topic to talk about Buddha's teaching. Thank you, sir. Then, at the moment, before commence, before start my Dhamma talk, it is my responsibility make you understand what you are going to do, how I am going to listen Dhamma, how I am going to respect Dhamma while listening as a deliver as a speaker. It is tradition. In Buddhist Theravada tradition, the monk or speaker who is supposed to give certain talk based on any topic must make you enlighten, make you understand how to listen, how to bear expecting Dhamma. That is why let me explain, let me advise a sort of way how to listen Dhamma respectfully. Okay, then there are very beautiful terms in Buddhism. We respect Buddha because he is our great master. He paved the way how to get liberation. Whenever he delivers, whenever he speaks based on certain topic, of course, he also, as a great master, he guided you, he instructed you how to listen Dhamma. There are few words what he used while making you understand how to listen Dhamma. They are very, very beautiful terms and also very meaningful. They are Buddhist terminology. First one is the Sunata, second one is Dharit, last one is Charata. Very nice, simple words, but it is very profound. If you examine, if you investigate, if you check about those three words, you will experience, you get understand how deep, how profound those words meaningfully. Therefore, these three words are relevant. These three words are very important. How to listen Dhamma out of respect. Okay. I think Venerable Sir, you explained it in your own language well, but let me again say something of these three words. First one is Sunat. As he explained, it is listening. Of course, we listen. Sometimes we hear, but in Buddhism, one Buddhist teaching or one Buddha taught us, one Buddha advised us about listening. Listen mindfully, not simply listening. Sometimes when you hear, of course you are not paying attention. You are not aware of what is that. You never get understand whatever we say. That is why the emphasis that better you, whenever you listen, pay attention, be aware of. Then only you get understand what I am saying. If you don't pay attention, if you are not keen, if you are not aware of, if you are not alert of while talking, of course you won't get just simply listening. You are listening. Whenever you walk up, when you get up from the seat, nothing. You haven't stopped. You never install anything, whatever you heard. Why? Because you never pay attention. Just you are listening. That is not listening. We emphasize that, Buddha emphasized that, better you pay attention. That is how Buddha advises you to listen whenever you listen, whenever you are ready to listen Dhamma, whatever it is. That is what Buddha intended through that term, first term, Sunata. Now let us pay attention second term, that is Dharet. First you listen mindfully. Secondly, you have to have an effort to keep it in your mind. It's meaning you have to install in your brain, in your memory, whatever you listen. Whenever you listen, you have to choose whether it is good or bad. Sometimes we hear, we listen different things, many things, no? Then you should be, you have to enough knowledge get to understand what is good and bad. Then select it. They are good, they are bad. Then whatever it is bad, whatever it is harmful, you are hearing, reject, remove, don't accommodate. Reject it. Don't accommodate bad, evil things, unnecessary rumors, unnecessary point, unnecessary listening, which is harmful to your day-to-day life. Get understand, they are harmful, they are not harmful. Then whatever harmful for your career, for your practice, let it go. Don't accommodate. That is how you are going to bear. That is how we are going to accommodate. Accommodate, install the things which are good, the things which pave the way for your liberation. That is what we call Dharet. Simply listen, choose whatever it is good or bad, then remove all the bad, unwholesome things, activities, then accommodate, install the wholesome good thing, valuable statement, valuable point, whatever support your development, spiritual and other development. That is what we call Dharet. Then last one is Charat. This is very important. This is a very good aspect what you have to develop in your life. Charat means just practice accordingly. As you heard, as you listened, take into practice. Most of us, basically in the society, they listen, they accommodate, they install all the things properly. But what is the problem what we have in the society? Problem is nothing practice. We listen, we learn, we study properly. But in your daily life, in your household, domestic life, just you check yourself. You examine yourself how I am going to practice, whether I am practice or neglect. Basically, we learn, we study, we listen, we accommodate, we install, we hold things properly, but in our practical life, there is nothing practice. Suppose, for example, just before, all of you observe precepts. Normally in our culture, Buddhist culture, whenever we are supposed to commence some good auspicious thing, we used to observe precept. Then you observed, you administered yourself by precept. Then Panatipata, Veramani, Sikkhapada, Sama. Like that, there are five precepts, five principles. Then you repeated yourself, you recited those regulations, precept yourself, you promised. Sometimes we make you observe. Sometimes venerable monks make you observe, they repeat, then you follow. Then you promise, I promise not to do, not to commit this kind of bad thing. That is your promise. You listen it, and then you accommodate. Then just think yourself. You think in your daily life, in your household life, whether I am practicing those principles, those aspects properly. No. That is why I am saying that in our life we have knowledge, we have understanding, we listen very carefully, we listen well, but practically we don't take into practice such a noble, great principle. That is the problem what we have. But Buddha emphasis, Buddha stress that please you listen, accommodate, practice accordingly. Practice accordingly. That is the last aspect or last criteria or advice given by the Buddha for us to practice. That is the great aspect. With that understanding, now let us discuss some aspect based on Buddhist teaching. Of course, you have the good monk. These monks are very knowledgeable, so that introducing many kinds of program activities. Of course, they used to make you understand. They guide you properly, so that you are lucky. As I said earlier, you have the two great monks. They are very good monk. And also you have the very good place. You have the very good place. Yes, I read your notice board or your calendar. There's a name, Nirodharama Meditation Center. That is your name, Nirodharama Meditation Center. So, when I look at the board or your calendar, just I thought that it is better to, I would explain what is Nirodharama. Based on that clarification, I can let you know how to get liberation, emancipation or final destination through Aryo Attangikyo Mango Eightfold Path. Nirodharama. Really, it is a very beautiful and meaningful terminology in Buddhism. Of course, it is a noun, Nirodharama. It is a noun. Then, for your clear understanding, let me divide it into two. There are two terms. The two terms, when combined together, it's become Nirodharama. Nirodha plus Arama. Nirodha plus Arama. They are two words. When you analyze, if you examine the term Nirodharama, of course, it can be divided into two separations for your easy understanding. First one is Nirodha, second one is Arama. When dramatically, when combine them together, it's become a Nirodharama. Then, let me explain, let me give its first meaning. Nirodha. Nirodha, it is very common term, but it is also very profound term. Everybody, those who are following, those who experience Buddhism, of course, they might heard Nirodha. Nirodha Satya. When you talk about Eight Four Noble Truth, of course, you have the last aspect is Nirodha. What is Nirodha? Nirodha is extinguishment. Extinguishment. Extinguish. Nirodha means extinguish. We are burning inside with craving, lobha. We are burning. Then you have to heal it. How I going to heal it? Having understood Dhamma, Nirodha means, we call it Nirodha means cessation. Cessation, that is the meaning of Nirodha. Then last word is, second term is Arama. Now we are in the Arama. Arama, where we live. The monastic or religious person or monks where live, it's called Arama. Then this is how we have to get its meaning. Then it's become a two term, one word combinations. Nirodharama. Then you are in Nirodharama, this center, this beautiful center. Maybe you every day, basically specific day, very particular day, you come and join the program, you listen Dhamma, Venerable monks guides you how to get that extinguishment, your burning sensation, things. That is why we can define it. Your arama, your center can define where you get advice, where you get instructions, where you get guidance for your liberation. That is what we call Nirodharama. Nirodharama. Then next, meditation. Of course, it is English. In Buddhism, we call bhavana. Bhavana. It is necessary. Bhavana is a very essential factor what we have to develop for your liberation, Nirodharama. Under this center, of course, it is very important practice meditation. I know that you organize, you practice meditation under their guidance, under your master's guidance. So, let me add some about the meditation, bhavana. That is the term introduced by Buddhism, bhavana. Of course, bhavana means a mental culture. Bhavana guides, bhavana directs us, meditation pave us way how to liberate, how to develop our mental faculties. That is why it is called mental culture. Of course, it is a culture. We have culture. We have different culture. Thai culture, Indian culture, and also Chinese culture, Japan culture. Culture is a different country-wise. But meditation, mental culture, of course, it is a great culture what we have to improve, what we have to develop, enhance in our lifetime. That is why it is called mental culture. Bhavana, bhaveti iti bhavana. The bhavana develop our mental faculties. Bhavana develops our eye, Bhavana develops our nose, Bhavana develops our tongues, Bhavana develops our ear, Bhavana develops our body and mind. That is why it is called mental culture. Basically, in Buddhism, meditation is twofold. There are two kinds of meditation in Buddhism. First one is samatha. Second one is vidarsana. Samatha, under samatha bhavana train you, guide you how to discipline, how to restrain, how to control your sense faculties. It's meaning bhavana under samatha, samatha says us how to control our eye, how to control our ear, how to control our nose, how to control our tongue and body. It is very important. Because liberate, really if you want to attain Nibbana or if you want to reach a final destination as you hope, as you wish in Buddhism, as a Buddhist people, of course you have to control your sense organs, 5 senses. Otherwise you won't be able to get that. That is why firstly in Buddhism culture, we teach you, we inculcate you how to develop your sense organs. That is what we call samatha bhavana. Then under samatha, there are 40 objects. You know that in Visuddhi Magga, one of the great commentatory book written by the Buddha Ghosa, in that particular book, text, that text has mentioned 40 objects for your samatha. If Buddha said that, Buddha in his teaching, Buddha introduced us, recommended us to follow those 40 kammatthana. Kammatthana means the subject or object for meditation. There are 40. 40 at the moment. I'm not going to explain all that because it takes time. Simply just I mention for your understanding, there are 40. Out of 40, you are free to choose any object for your meditation. It's meaning, why do you want to control your sense organs? Because in our life, in your daily life, what we do, of course, we please our sense organs. Sometimes we please our eye. Sometimes we please our nose. Sometimes we please our ear. Sometimes we please our tongue. Sometimes we please our body. That is what is happening in our life. Since morning up to bed, you try to maintain, you try to please them. You try to gratify them all the day. Looking at the pictures, looking at the documentary, smelling, hearing, tasting different kinds of food, having touches, bodily impressions. What we do? Given that, we try to entertain, we try to contain our sense organ. But in Buddhism never asks not to satisfy, not to please your sense organ. You are free, you can do it, but moderately. You have to control it. It's meaning don't enslave of. If you become enslaved of that entertainment or pleasing your sense organ, of course it could be disturbed. It could be troublesome for your final liberation. Our aim, our ambition is to get liberated from this sansaric life. That is why we have to control. You have to control. You have to. If you don't safeguard your sense organ, of course it could be the great trouble for your liberation. That is why Buddha introduced samatha under samatha bhavana. Please control your sense organ. It doesn't mean not to entertain them, not to please them. You are free to look at the documentary, look at the any kind of sceneries. You can. But don't attach. Don't attach. When you look at some good things, don't attach. Don't attach. That is what Buddha said. If you get attached, again you look it. You don't do any other things. You are so attached. You are so greedy, so that every moment you try to look at them, look at it. It is meaning don't addict, don't attach. Control sense organ without harming your liberation. That is what Buddha said in his teaching. So that he introduced samatha bhavana to control your sense organs. Our senses are linked with the mind. Our sense linked with the mind. I linked with mind. Same ear, nose, tongue, body are linked to mind. That is why it is very important to control our mind. That is what Buddha said. It is called Buddhist psychology. You know that why do you need to control your mind? Because we have the monkey mind. Our mind is monkey type mind. It changes, it wanders. Buddha characterized its nature in Dhammapada. Durangamam ekacharam, asarirang guhasayam, ye chittam sanyamissanti mokkanti mara bandhanam. You know that it is a very famous advanced book, Dhammapada. I think you might have that term. In that book, there is one chapter, Chittavagga, the division of mind. In that division, that chapter, Buddha narrator described all the necessary or important essential characteristics of our mind. This is what I quoted. Durangamam ekacharam. This stanza narrates our mind's nature characteristic. First one is a Durangama. Mind goes far. That is the nature. Mind goes far. It wanders everywhere. That is the first characteristic. We are here. We are sitting. You are sitting on your cushions. Bodily you are here. Physically you are here, sitting. But how about your mind? It could be somewhere else based on your experiences. That is why Buddha said that it is Durangamam. It goes far away. It can go everywhere in the world, universe based on your experiences. Durangamam. Ekacharam. Ekacharan means that is a second characteristic of our mind. It goes alone itself. Mind runs. It's alone itself. It doesn't have any companion, any friendship, any colleagues. But when you go, you have Wherever you go, whenever you want to go, you must have some accompanies. But how about your mind? Mind goes alone itself. No any supporters. Durangama Gekachara. Asarira, second characteristic. Formless, no form. We have. Everybody we have our own figure or our own shape. We can recognize. Wherever I can recognize physically your shape. But nobody can show how is it our mind. No figure, no shape, shapeless. That is second, third character. Durangama Ikachara, Asarira. Asarira means no form, no body. Guha Sayam. It is stay at the cave. In the heart. Basically we believe that now there are many views with regard to that matter. Different ideas. Psychologists they say something else. Maybe other Buddhist scholars say something else. That is why it is a very controversial point. So that I don't want to quote, I don't want to have all the point given by the scholars with regard to mind, but just I mentioned how Buddha intended, how Buddha said in the Dhammapada. They are the characteristic of our mind, so that our mind change moment to moment. It has a momentary change. Every moment in change based on the grasping, based on your object, via eye or via ear, through nose, through tongue, through body. They are external objects. Then whenever you absorb or whenever you grasp certain particular object via your sense organ, you are busy. You are very busy. That is why you change your mind moment to moment. That is why Buddha said that it is better. Durangama Gichana, Ye Chittan Sanjamasanti Mokkanti Mara Bandhana. Of course, you will be free from bondage of the Mara. You will be free from death once you develop your mind. Once you develop your mind. Therefore, let us develop our mind through the meditation. Then after, of course, then I did my studies in Sri Lanka. First, in our village, we had our monastery. Master is going with me that place. Last time also he went. Then that place, we have the monastic education center. I did my first studies there. After that, I went to university. I finished university. I got the appointment. Yes. We have the monastery education center. I became a principal of that college. Then after my master passed away. When he passed away, after that I left the place. I joined to the government school. Then I worked as a government teacher only short time. Meanwhile, I got the scholarship for higher studies in Delhi University. Indian government, I got the scholarship for my higher studies. Then I give up all the position what I had in Sri Lanka. I went to India. I did my higher studies, PhD and everything. I completed 7 years time. After 7 years, when I complete my higher studies, I got the appointment from in Singapore, Sri Lankarama Temple. I went there. Then I have been working on abroad since 1990 until now. Okay, no. No.
说够了吗？是还有，就是说他其实呢。
Otherwise, if you want to get some more information, my activities, what we have done, sometimes my activity, charitable activities, Bhante also help. My YouTube channel I have, Dhamminipana, she knows I think. You can go through, you can watch my YouTube channel Dhamminipana, you can understand what I did previously. Okay.
So they would like to know what you are now doing. I mean, they may also like maybe to know that actually what you are doing in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean your society.
Okay.
Kesri Dewananda.
Yes.
这个是他们这个，我也叫什么名呢？
大王南佛。
大摩南佛，可能是的。
跟班铁数完木的那个时候，
对，
就是2007 2007。
其实80多岁了，少了。
Okay, then of course in Sri Lanka we have our own sector. And you know that in Sri Lanka we have the 3 divisions, 3 sector, 3 chapter. I am belongs to Amarapura chapter, dispensation of Amarapura Nikaya. In that chapter, basically there are 28 divisions, branches, 28. Also, not basically Sri Lanka, 3 chapter mainly, Siam, Amarapura and Ramanya. They are the main 3. I am belong to second one, Amarapura chapter, Amarapura sector. In that division, in that sector, we have another subdivision, sub-branches, 28 sub-branches. I am belong to Udukinda Amarapura Nikaya. Now I have organized some official ceremony, award some monks from foreign countries. Next month we are going to do that. I am also the deputy prelate of that sector. Now they appoint me as a deputy prelate of that chapter. And also we have the temple. I also set up one small center, Buddhist center, not the temple, big temple. That is my base. Based on that center, I organize religious welfare activities. Yearly, once a year, every year I work here, then I get some funds and also support venerable monks, other my friends. Then I organize some charitable act to support the school boys and girls, and also monks, those who need support, that computer like that. That way I am doing. And basically I focus on writing. I have written almost about 20 books in Sinhala, English, and also I compose songs. Yes, and also I compose hymns, Buddhist hymns also. All are available on my YouTube. You can listen my work. There are many story books, and also I translated many books.
So blessing.
Okay.
Blessing.
Okay. Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantara sukhi diga bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sokti bhavantu Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam
rakkantu
sabba devata sabba Vena sada sotti bhavantu te abhivadana silissa niccang vaddapachayino chattaro dhamma vaddhamti ayuvanno sukham balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevata ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjato sa